It didn't work? You can't see any of its face? 50 cal usually fixes every problem. Not this one. Generic intro and the deck goes Moo here, back with another SCP video, and today we're doing SCP-096, the Shy Guy. It's a Cognitohazard SCP. It's another video by TheVolgun. This is the third Volgun video I've done this week. Actually, on Monday, I dropped the introduction to SCP, which was my first SCP video. And then Wednesday, I did a bonus video. That was, I think, 1504 at Joe Schmo. That video went live today. People seem to really be enjoying that. Not sure I'm going to keep doing the bonus videos or if these are going to come out on Friday or not. But they're definitely going to come out on Wednesday. There should be another on Wednesday. Patrons get all the videos a day early. You can check out my reaction to Joe Schmo. I'll leave it right up there. Also, the link down below in the description, and at this point I probably should just go ahead and make an SCP reaction playlist so you can binge watch all of them going all the way from the very beginning. I really hope you've been enjoying these videos. I really enjoy reading your comments because apparently there's like an infinite IKEA. That video might be out next week. There's probably gonna be another one on Wednesday and another one on Monday as well. But patrons get all the videos day early. Hope you're subscribed. We are less than 3,000 subscribers away from 100,000 subscribers, which is a crazy milestone. I do read every single one of your comments, at least them down below. I actually get a lot of joy out of reading your comments on the SCP videos because it blows my mind because people make references to things like infinite IKEA, and I'm like, what? But let's go ahead and jump into the Shy Guy, which a lot of people were recommending I check out. So let's go ahead and get on into it. All right.
Hello, everyone.
Hi,
So,
TheVolgun.
long
This
story
is
short,
the third
your
one of
security
these.
Clearance is not adequate for the anomaly you're being briefed on today.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Mobile Task Force Commander Robert Hunt will be covering the briefing after I get a few systems up and running. Anyway, I'll see you all later, and I hope you learned something. Goodbye.
I was told TheVolgun,
Thank you, Dr. Miller.
and there was a couple ones that are like
that acid is online, and
they're good ones, and there's a lot of
has been initialized.
channels to avoid.
Thank you.
The Shy Guy. We're going from Joe Schmo to the Shy Guy.
Item number SCP-096. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-096 is to be contained in its cell, a 5-meter cubed airtight steel cube at all times. Weekly checks for any cracks or holes are mandatory.
And how do you check?
There are to be absolutely no video surveillance or optical tools of any kind inside SCP-096.
Why?
Security personnel will use pre-installed pressure sensors and laser detectors to ensure SCP-096's presence inside the cell. Any and all photographs, video, or recordings of SCP-096's likeness are strictly forbidden without approval from Dr.
You said bad things would happen if it's captured on film.
Description. SCP-096 is a humanoid creature measuring approximately 2.38 meters.
Pretty tall.
Subject shows very little muscle mass, with preliminary analysis of body mass suggesting mild malnutrition.
Mild?
Arms are grossly out of proportion with the rest of the subject's body.
Oh no.
With an approximate length of 1.5 meters each. Skin is mostly devoid of pigmentation, with no sign of any body hair.
Any?
SCP-096's jaw can open to 4 times the norm of an average
What do you
human.
mean, like, it can drop 4 times? Like, it can just go straight back?
With the exception
Or
of the
it goes...
eyes, which are also devoid of pigmentation. It is not yet known whether SCP-096 is blind or not.
I don't want to find out.
It shows no signs of any higher brain functions and is not considered to be sapient. SCP-096 is normally extremely docile, with pressure sensors inside its cell indicating it spends most of the day pacing by the eastern wall.
It's a 5-meter
However,
cube. Is it 5 meters on
someone
the inside or
views
5 meters on the outside?
SCP-096's face, whether it be directly, via video recording, or even a photograph, it will enter a stage of considerable emotional distress.
Me too.
SCP-096 will cover its face with its hands and begin screaming, crying, and babbling incoherently.
Really doesn't want to be on camera.
Approximately 1 to 2 minutes after the first viewing, SCP-096 will begin running to the person who viewed its face, who will from this point on be referred to as SCP-096-1.
Huh?
Documented speeds have varied from 35 kilometers per hour to
Redacted kilometers per hour? That
seems to depend on the distance from SCP-096-1. At this point, no known material or method can impede SCP-096's progress. The actual position of SCP-096-1 does not seem to affect SCP-096's response.
What?
It seems to have an innate sense of SCP-096-1's location.
How?
Note.
Is it like
reaction
it captures a bit of its soul?
Artistic depictions.
Is it a curse?
See document 096-1. Documentation 0961 of experiment 0961.
Oh.
Experiment 0961 is headed by Dr. Dan. Purpose is
Dr.
to test
Dan.
SCP-096's abilities while obtaining complete physical description of SCP-096. D9031 is a 32-year-old convicted felon and former tattoo artist.
What's wrong with that?
D9031 is placed inside Bathysphere 303A, which is then lowered in the Tonga Trench off the coast of New Zealand.
Oh!
Position is approximately 7 kilometers from SCP-096's temporary containment cell at site.
What?
The following was recorded via video surveillance inside Bathysphere 303A, between it and Dr. Dan's control site on the New Zealand mainland.
So they're experimenting, obviously.
Bathysphere 303A reaches final depth of 10,800 meters.
What's a meter? It's a joke. People think I don't know what that means.
Do you feel fine? No sickness? Anything?
Yeah, that pressure, probably. Yeah.
Now, on your left, you should see a steel container. Open it, and there will be a manila folder holding several photographs. Open it and describe the first photograph, please.
Huh?
D9031 complies. The camera is located so the photograph could not be seen.
So they're gonna see if 096 can get there.
Thank you. Please set this photograph face down in the receptacle to your right, and look at the next photograph.
Okay.
It's the same cell, but there's a foot in it, I think. Describe it.
Are they trying to see what part of it matters?
Sort of creepy, actually. Place the photograph in the receptacle face down, and look at the next one. Okay. Oh, shit. Describe.
Wait, is he there? Oh, it's just a picture scared him? Dude, you're 10,000 meters underwater.
Please.
Hell, man. He's pale, has white eyes, and something happening with his mouth.
Oh, he opened up his mouth?
At this point, approximately 1332 standard time, Dr. Dan and Experiment Control is notified that SCP-096
I've read
has
ahead.
reached containment.
What?
The fastest path to SCP-096-1 has been cleared of civilians and other image capturing devices, and SCP-096 is now being tracked by satellites.
They cannot contain it.
On your right, there should be another steel container. Open it.
So if anybody sees it, they asked them to describe it to make sure that they looked at it.
The photo you saw.
SCP-096-1 mumbles an expletive and spends
The draw could
the next
definitely
20
go bigger
minutes
than
drawing
that.
a sketch of the photograph.
A tattoo artist, that's why they
At
can
the time
draw.
of
That's such a
completion,
nice touch.
SCP-096 is confirmed to be kilometers away from SCP-096-1.
That we can't figure out how fast it's going.
I'm done.
Good. Place the drawing in the receptacle on your left, and close the door.
SCP-096-1 complies, and the sketch leaves Bathysphere 303A in a watertight buoyancy container.
From 10,000 meters underwater.
Are then incinerated in the onboard incinerator.
Wait,
What now?
there's an onboard incinerator in the bathysphere?
40 minutes pass. SCP-096 is now confirmed to be at SCP-096-1's position and is diving. Transponder signal ends at 9,339 meters as pressure goes beyond the device's...
I don't like that I know what it looks like.
The camera shows the bathysphere shaking slightly. From SCP-096-1's reaction, it is assumed SCP-096 is on the hull and is visible through the viewport.
Oh, dude. The fact that it... Yep. Yeah, no, that's understandable.
Video and audio feed is cut as the hull of Bathysphere
Just
303A
experimenting, trying to figure out how it works.
SCP-096 is recovered by Surface Recovery Team Foxtrot 303A without incident.
So does it just
The
go
sketch
back?
of SCP-096 is also recovered, and a quick test confirms no hostile reaction from SCP-096.
So a sketch doesn't do
The
it.
sketch is sent to Experiment Control on New Zealand, while SCP-096 is moved to permanent containment.
Yeah, I guess when it's
Upon
not
arriving at
going after somebody, it's pretty
SCP-096-1's
docile.
location, SCP-096 will proceed to kill and SCP-096-1. 100% of cases have left no traces of SCP-096.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, they're gone? Nothing at all? No trace at all?
Will then sit down for several minutes before regaining its composure and becoming docile once again.
Okay.
It will then attempt to make its way back to its natural habitat.
Oh, I need to know its natural
Due
habitat
to
to avoid
of
that.
a mass chain reaction, including breach of Foundation secrecy and large civilian loss of life, retrieval of subject should be considered alpha priority.
So, is it just
Dr.
if somebody
has also petitioned for immediate termination of SCP-096?
How?
See Interview 096-1.
It swam 10,000 meters down.
Termination order has been approved and is to be carried out by Dr. on. See Incident 096-1A.
Oh, okay, here we go. This is going to be them trying to get rid of it.
Containment has been attained. Yes, Doctor. Let me see the security footage. Begin log. A large steel cube is shown in the middle of a research lab.
Just steel?
Which is teeming with a dozen or so researchers. In view of the camera is a control booth, displaying readings from various sensors inside the cube.
And this is going to be kind of how it got out, right?
1 minute,
or no?
32 seconds. The control booth operator leans forward, alerted to the various readings on the sensors. Approximately 5 seconds later, a steel wall on the containment cube receives a sizable dent bending outward.
Hey.
The dent becomes larger before breaking.
Not strong enough.
SCP-096 is seen bending the steel away, frantically trying to escape. Emergency plates drop on the cube as a containment breach is sounded. The security tape has SCP-096's face.
That's a good thing that automatically does that.
Protocol.
Yeah, it's probably good.
2 security teams enter the room as SCP-096 breaks out of containment. Live rounds and tranquilizer darts are fired to...
Bro is the opposite of photogenic.
Approximately 90% of researchers and security personnel have directly viewed SCP-096's face, and a code Lima is declared.
Wait.
The room and surrounding areas are sealed and flushed with class nerve agent.
Wait.
Approximately 2 minutes later, SCP-096 breaches research site and traveled kilometers through the outside desert, traveling.
Code line is declared. Wait. So
End log.
Did it go after the ones that saw the?
Echo Romeo was assigned to
the researchers that saw.
When we realized just how big a breach we were dealing with, we were completely overwhelmed. Funny how the best and brightest minds in the world can be so unprepared.
I mean, it's a big steel cube.
So, you're saying it's your own fault? Absolutely not. This was a new discovery in SCP-096's behavior.
What do you mean?
We had no way to know.
What were you experimenting then?
And we were lucky it didn't turn into an XK.
Oh.
Begin log.
Whatever, an XK.
Helm cam footage from ER1. Footage from inside a UH-60 shows SCP-096 on the desert floor, moving at a considerable speed.
How fast?
This is Echo Romeo Actual. We have visual of the target.
Also, to swim down that far, that
ERA
moves
listens
so fast.
to the radio as orders are relayed. SCP-096 can be seen slowly gaining
Also,
speed.
wait, New Zealand is
ERA
in the ocean.
off camera. ER3 appears holding a modified XM500 anti-material rifle. 2 shots are fired. The first misses, and the second hits SCP-096 in the lower leg. SCP-096 stumbles
and just brushed it off.
Recovers. Speed change is insignificant.
That's kind of crazy.
ERA
so my
to ER3
judgment
again.
is that it's in Australia,
ER3 fires
because
3
going through a
more
desert.
shots. The first 2 miss,
Kind of.
and the third
Australia
hits
has a
SCP-096 in the head.
Oh.
SCP-096 falls, skids, and rolls several times, reducing its speed minimally.
Minimally?
SCP-096 rolls to its feet and continues unabated.
Bro is the definition of tunnel
Camera
vision.
pans up to see 8 V-22 Ospreys belonging to Mobile Task Force Tower 1.
Dude, I
flying
thought
overhead
Ospreys were grounded.
and past the helicopters on the same outbound vector as SCP-096. Camera cuts out. End log.
Yeah, in order, and here's the thing.
Begin log.
I'm pretty sure it's still like a 3-hour
Video
flight
interview log.
for New Zealand,
1A.
or Auckland
Dr.
to
Alexi appears
Sydney.
very calm, determined, and answers all questions slowly and deliberately.
Where were you exactly at the time of the breach? On break, getting a cup.
Why were you on break during this?
It was good luck I wasn't caught in the containment area. Describe your actions directly after the containment breach. I sent Echo Romeo after SCP-096 and alerted Dr. Dan to the situation. We then set upon the task of locating SCP-096-1. Once the general direction of SCP-096 was determined, I sent the Mobile Task Force Tau 1
So what
to evacuate civilian population centers in SCP-096's bed. All according according to...
But they knew where it was going. They knew it was... I guess it's going in a straight line.
End log. Begin log.
I mean, they work together, right? This is an
Dr.
experiment.
Daniel, Dan, sits patiently. On the table in front of him is what looks to be a set of modified night vision goggles.
Oh, maybe these are a way to look at it without perishing.
Where were you exactly during SCP-096's containment breach? In the mountain range, trying to find more information on SCP-096's origins.
Why do you want to know where it came from?
So I left Dr. Alexei in charge of containment. He's competent enough, if a bit eager, and he has proved himself in the past. This is all confirmed by the various related paperwork. So don't go thinking it was just for the record, Doctor.
Oh, okay.
Now, knowing that
Also, the snipers landed those shots kind of crazy.
While in an enraged state, why would you order the sniper attacks from the emergency response team? Why not? If there was a chance to slow down SCP-096 and give Mobile Task Force Town one more time, then we had to try it.
They're all just trying to experiment. It's not a controlled environment.
Danger of being outrun anyway. Honestly,
Outrun by choppers?
little else to help or harm the situation. I see. Now, could you explain this?
Interview emotions to the goggles lying on the table.
Yes. This is Project Scramble, an eyepiece we assigned to ER and Mobile Task Force Town 1.
And it scrambles
Designed by Dr. Alexei and myself, specifically for SCP-096.
They invent goggles for it.
Processor which constantly analyzes the viewing field for the facial features of SCP-096. Facial recognition software inside instantly identifies them, scrambling the image into an unrecognizable mess.
Okay, it auto scrambles.
It's quite ingenious, really. And expensive.
Yes.
Which is why it's such a shame it didn't work.
It didn't work? You can't see any of its face?
Begin log. Audio transcript
no.
between Mobile Task Force Tower 1 and modified EG-3 Sentry.
The fact that, like,
WACS.
it's on the farthest of my monitor. Like, on that edge.
In the air.
Camera's there. On the monitor on the right.
Electronics online. Cruising altitude reached. Uploading program Scramble to all camera systems. Cameras online. Big Brother is now watching.
What outbound vector is the target currently heading?
Also, might be doing the
westbound,
IKEA SCP next week, hopefully.
Shit. Yeah, he's
Should be another one Monday, too, but that won't be that video.
Flip the semi.
Huh?
Outbound vector.
Wait, I-40!
Degrees by next town on the vector. I'd say a couple 100 kilometers.
Wait,
Shit.
could that be...
TF, we're suggesting Echo Romeo begin evacuating the I-40. I don't know how many cars the target has wrecked.
Hold one. That's a negative.
Unless there's like an I-40 in Australia or something.
Running her choppers.
But
They can't get ahead of him.
I live...
Then get them to stop them.
I drive on I-40 almost every time I drive.
Seen this thing's face.
End log. The first 3 elements of Tower 1 succeeded in gathering the townsfolk in the first 3 towns without incident. SCP-096-1 was confirmed not to be in any of these when SCP-096 ran through each in turn without stopping.
Of course.
However,
Tunnel vision.
a video log in NTF Tower shows SCP-096-1 being identified in the town of and the ensuing incident.
Aww. Give me some kind of location of it.
Begin log. Helm cam footage from Element 4 of Mobile Task Force Tower 1 in the town of... Most of the townspeople are gathered in the square, all blindfolded.
Huh?
Helicopters sweep the town. Indistinct orders are heard over the loudspeakers from both the helicopters and the ground personnel.
The target is entering the proximity zone.
Oh, this is them using the scramble gear.
Crowd control procedures.
Yep.
All civilians are not to move from their spot or remove their blindfolds. If you move or touch your blindfold, you will be shot.
Oh, why? Why?
Approximately 2 kilometers away, SCP-096 is seen to be coming over the crest of the hills. It tries to slow down on the descent, but trips and tumbles down at high speed, crashing through several houses before regaining its footing almost without delay.
Bro's like 6 feet tall and tumbling through houses.
Shots are heard, none of which are directed at SCP-096.
Those are people touching blindfolds because they hear probably noises
before running into the crowd of townsfolk, throwing many aside and trampling more.
Oh.
More shots are heard as the crowd begins dispersing. The loudspeakers unintelligible under the vocalizations of SCP-096. SCP-096 locates SCP-096-1, a middle-aged man, and the camera views SCP-096 grabbing him before it is hit by a fleeing townsperson and is dislocated from the helmet.
Oh, okay.
End log. Begin log. Video interview log 096 1C.
I was looking through SCP-096-1's house with my squad. Poor bastard was a semi-pro mountaineer. Took a trip to the...
To the what? Come on.
Took a snapshot of the landscape and just happened to catch SCP-096 in the background.
Just happened?
Wilford holds up 4 fingers for emphasis.
Can you actually see it?
4 pixels. 4 fucking pixels.
4 pixels. Do you know how small a pixel is?
So, he was probably just looking at the picture one day, noticed an off-color patch of snow, and went on with his day. How did you find it? Well, scramble gear picked it up straight away.
What?
The lieutenant got the picture and took it down to the chopper before I ever got to see it. By then, the damn monster had taken down Big Brother and had peeled open the former Major Striker. All hell was breaking loose.
Nobody can save you. Nobody can protect you from this. It's GG.
Effective. The goddamn scramble were pieces of shit that killed the whole damn task force. You know, only 3 people were alive besides me. All because some hard egghead thought a state-of-the-art countermeasure to SCP-096's hostile reaction. Those bloody idiots could have put a bag over the target's head and been done with it, but no.
Oh yeah, I guess.
State-of-the-art scramble.
Yeah, they just like put a bag over its head. Nobody can see its face. That's actually not a bad idea.
What did that call me? I'll show that goddamn son of a bitch what an egghead is after I bash open his...
Interviewee begins shouting.
He's going insane.
Cursing.
Do we need to administer a sedative, Doctor? No.
But no.
No, I apologize. Scramble was a really ingenious idea. However, it was a failure because we did not fully know how SCP-096 worked.
Yeah, and that's why they do experiments.
You see,
They put all that funding and didn't even know if it would work.
Picked up SCP-096's facial features and began scrambling them. There was a split second of uninterrupted light flow to the retina. Computers are fast, but not as fast as light. So
Okay,
a split second
just delay it.
SCP-096's direct face sent to the brain. It wasn't even consciously received, but
It was.
apparently it was enough to trigger the hostile reaction in SCP-096. So, with the report of this photograph...
Okay. I know some people don't like eye contact, but...
You know when the former SCP-096-1 went on his mountain trip? 1990.
1990 what?
Years of that photo hanging there before he saw SCP-096. Since the brain doesn't need to be aware that it is viewing SCP-096's face to trigger the reaction, there could be ticking time bombs...
Of just pictures of
literally anywhere
SCP-096?
How many photographs are out there containing SCP-096
Okay.
just going unnoticed?
It was probably just one of them.
As I said before, I want this thing terminated.
How?
Now.
How?
End log. Just a quick question,
How do you
Doctor.
how do you fight? How do you put
what
something down like
exactly
that?
were you planning on doing there? Major Jack Wilford was top-notch SBS when we recruited him.
I was also a recon corpsman, sir, and I was deployed in the Caucasus. Marines beat SBS.
No, they don't.
Enough.
Oh,
Both of you. Moving on. Begin log. Video interview log 096 1D.
Chief Master Sergeant, not Master Chief Sergeant.
I got the bag over its head.
Oh,
Yes, you told me that. Could you tell me exactly what transpired?
not good things.
It was done with Alex. And it was sitting there. In the highway. Just got done ripping open a minivan.
Oh, that's not good. It's probably not a good
Interviewee is
sight.
silent.
And Wes landed the chopper. I got out and bagged it.
Oh,
I put the bag over its head.
that's
Got calm and they took it.
the fact that they have pictures of it.
The minivan with the last who have viewed SCP-096's face.
Probably that we know of,
Interviewee is
unless there's
silent.
pictures.
Interviewee remains silent for the remainder of the interview.
How does it even work?
Released. He was later found in his bunk room, having committed suicide via hanging with a makeshift rope. A half-crushed pacifier was found.
It's almost
in his
1 a.m.
fist.
Oh.
End log. Begin log. Video log 096 1D. Confiscated tape from news broadcast CNN.
What?
The image shows first responders surrounding the remains of a crashed plane over the shoulder of a field reporter.
How close are they to that?
The plane, which seems to be military in origin, has no outward markings designating it as part of the U.S. military. While first responders look for a black box recording,
does it have
by
one?
Police that the plane crashed due to a massive cabin breach in both the cockpit and the fuselage.
Wait, can it get people in the air?
Motions to a large hole in the side of the plane, which several firefighters are climbing inside.
Must be a large plane.
Paramedics have found only 3 bodies, which is odd for a plane apparently requiring a crew of around 20 men.
What plane requires 20 people?
The reporter is cut off, as 3 super stallions are shown hovering overhead, 2 of which land and begin unloading troops belonging to Mobile Task Force Epsilon.
Shut up the camera. Shut off the
okay.
End log.
So it'll get you in the air.
So,
or maybe it was already in there.
We finished here. One last question, Doctor. Our statement, as it seems. We find it interesting that there is no break room at research site. Or coffee.
The interviewer
has a problem with that?
remains silent.
We think it would be best if you began talking.
Remainder of video interview log 096
It's redacted,
1A,
of course.
Redacted.
Apparently, a lot of time they don't actually have like resolutions.
I don't see what that has to do with me. There's no reason to play dumb, Doctor. He's told us everything.
Who?
Well then, I guess there's no use in feigning anything. Is there? Audio recording. 05 hearing.
What?
Upon reviewing your testimony and available footage, and the confession of the late Dr. Alexei, it is the unanimous agreement of the 05. You are to be terminated for your part in the gross breach of SCP-096.
I mean, they can get it back, right? It's pretty docile.
For the greater good. Do not try my patience, Doctor. Given the incident's scope and potential, the 05 have approved your request for termination of SCP-096.
Oh, okay.
Given the lack of personnel with understanding of SCP-096, the termination will be entrusted to you. Under heavy guard and the personal supervision of me.
Wait, what is termination? Like, is he fired, or is he getting the same kind of termination as 096?
How could you know it worked?
What do you mean it worked?
It was only a matter of time until that happened in a major population center, and its face spread all over the news. I can kill 096, but I've killed myself in the process.
What?
Audio log from interview 096 1.
What if he just like
Dr.
had it on every billboard?
Retired Captain. Former commander.
Every phone just pops up a picture of its face.
Retrieval incident 096 1A. Begin log.
It always sucks ass to get initial retrieval duty. You have no idea what the damn thing is capable of besides what jacked up information the field techies can scrape up.
Yep.
And you're lucky if they even tell you the whole story.
And this is how they're gonna get it back.
They told us to bag and tag. Didn't tell us jack shit about not looking at the damn thing.
Oh, wait, how did you leave out that detail?
Yeah, sorry. We had 2 choppers. One with my team, and one on backup with Zulu 9B and Dr. We spotted the target about 2 clicks north of our patrol path. I'm guessing he wasn't facing in our direction, else he would have taken us out then and there.
Yeah.
And your report says
the fact that you just be looking,
didn't
it could be there.
To the cold. It was minus degrees Celsius.
Actually, it was minus. And yes, it was butt naked, and it didn't do so much as shiver.
Okay.
Anyway.
Not sure how that thing runs.
Approached the target, and Corporal got ready to bag it. That's what Dr. called. I turned to answer it, and
everyone's gone.
The target must have turned, and my whole squad saw it.
Yep.
That's when SCP-096 entered an agitated, emotional state.
Yeah, it got seen by a lot of people.
Sorry. Got the willies for a second.
That's alright.
What?
Yeah, well, I never saw its face.
Obviously, you're still alive.
They paid for it up the ass.
Could you describe it a little more, please?
Yeah. It started screaming at us and crying.
Crying?
Not animal roaring, though. It sounded exactly like a person. Really fucking creepy.
Wait, so how do they not look at its face? Do they just
off his leg?
Blindfolded?
God, he was screaming for our help.
Well, you can't do anything. It's over.
Anyway, we were blowing chunks out of the target.
Like, it's just GG.
Didn't do jack shit. I almost lost it when it started.
Do I want to know what SCP-69 is?
AT-4 HDT launcher.
An AT-4.
Started carrying it ever since SCP got loose.
Which one?
Those things tear through tanks like tissue paper. Did the same thing to the target.
There was significant damage to SCP-096.
It didn't even flinch.
Oh no.
It kept tearing apart my squad, but with half of its torso gone.
Half of what?
But was it taking damage?
If it was, it wasn't showing it. It must have lost all.
I don't know if it has organs.
All its blood, but it didn't acknowledge any of it. Its bone structure wasn't hurt at all, though. It kept tearing my squad apart.
So, no actual structural damage. How many rounds would you say were fired at SCP-096?
Probably a lot.
At the least, 1,000. Our door gunner kept his GAU 19 on it for at least 20 seconds.
Oh, a GAU. That's a...
20 seconds.
That's like a minigun, isn't it?
That's 650 caliber rounds pumped into the thing.
Just hit a 50 cal. 50 cal usually fixes every problem. Not this one.
Yeah, my squad was gone.
The one-time 50 cal isn't the solution.
The bag over its head and it just sat down. We got it into the chopper and got it here. I don't know how I never saw its face. Maybe God or Buddha or whoever thought I should live.
Yeah, no, that's terrifying. But there was traces left over of the people, right?
We have obtained an artist's depiction of SCP-096's face. Would you like to view it?
Oh, well...
You know, after hearing that thing's screams and the screams of my men...
Yeah, I wouldn't take that chance. Yeah, that's fair.
No, just...
And here's the thing, I don't think he gets to retire after this. He just has to go back to work
we're done here.
and continue doing this.
Let this be on record.
I wonder if they've done videos.
I'm formally requesting SCP-096 be terminated as soon as possible.
They should make a video from the point of view of the people that had to, like, bag and tag them.
And log.
As, like, what was the worst one you ever...
27 attempts on SCP-096's life in the past 6 months. All directed by the man who set him free, Dr. Daniels. Daniels, for his part, has spent the last 6 months in a cell.
Okay.
On a good day, he is escorted to the testing chambers to oversee an attempt, and then back to that cell.
To oversee an
His
attempt. I
termination
guess
has been delayed
nothing to lose.
in order to allow him to oversee the destruction of SCP-096.
But as long as 096
But the
still
05s are losing
around,
their patience.
then so will Dan.
Dr. Daniels is a condemned man.
Yeah, literally.
But if all he can do is fail, well,
he gets
he
to
has
live.
plenty of other people who can handle this project. He has a month left.
What do you mean a month
Regardless of his results, at the end of that month, he will be terminated.
Oh, okay.
These are his last days. And last attempts to take SCP-096.
They're pretty ruthless about SCPs getting out. Okay, so... Written by Dr. Dan. March 2010? How's a different time? 28... Wow. So much. Mr. Clay... Oh, wow, Mr. Clay really did a whole lot of this. Huh. This is actually nuts. Like I said, there should be a video where it's like the bag and tag teams like rank the worst experience they ever had.
I would like to give a special thank you to the Morrigan, James Saba, Arbiter Soul, Darius Tan, Justin Day.
Oh wow, they all get a shout out.
Joker Corvus, NJ Voda.
Yeah, I upload too many videos. I would
Corey
spend
Barker,
hours naming every single patron.
And Goon Squad. If you would like a special thank you at the end
it's
of each
still
of my
such a
videos,
cool name.
and some other
I'm
cool
glad to
stuff
see he has
as
more
well,
patrons.
visit
That's sick. I would be able to do this if it wasn't for patrons. This year has been rough.
Thank you.
I literally could not have gotten to this point where I could have started SCP content if it wasn't for my patrons. So shout out to them. They got the videos there. I'm completely against paywalls. I'm here to make you smile, not make you pay, and hopefully I can make your day a tiny little bit better. We're finally doing SCP stuff. I don't know if there's ever been really a time I've done 3 of one series in 1 week. I don't know if that's ever happened. I think I did like Red versus Blue for like an entire week or whatever. I think it was like 2,000 subscribers or something. I did that. We're less than 3,000 subscribers, like from 100,000 subscribers, though, as it is very close to 1 a.m. I was actually up until 8 a.m. this morning because I had to record a 4-hour-long video the night before. So I need to edit this video now and get it rendering, and then I have to record more videos tomorrow and edit videos as well and render out those videos, and then also join my friend for a live stream. Things are crazy. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to more SCP videos. There'll probably be, I want to say there's going to be at least 2 SCP videos next week. One for sure on Monday, and then there should be another one at some point next week. And hopefully it's the IKEA one, or the Infinite IKEAs. So I hope you're subscribed so you don't miss that one. I look forward to it, I think, or maybe I'm never going to go to IKEA ever again. But until next video, take care, and kitty music.
We were playing